Today on the channel I'm going to show you how to play the intro to Panama and Hot for Teacher by Van Halen. Yeah, man, Van Halen, Eddie, the king of all kings. We are going to learn how to play the intro to Panama today and Hot for Teacher. I've got my Frankie tuned to standard, so we're in standard tuning today. And so no quarter step or half step down, just to make it easy for everybody. So without further ado, let's get into it. I know that I've done Panama and Hot for Teacher on the channel before, but since I've posted those videos, I've gained so many subscribers. A lot of water has gone under the bridge, and I wanted to just put out a double shot video of these songs. There are other videos on my channel that maybe go into a little bit more depth on these songs, but you know, we're gonna have fun today and check these two out. So let's start with Panama. I'll zoom in on my fretboard closely and go over these parts carefully so you can see what I'm doing, and I'll explain it to the best of my ability. Normally I do tabs with these videos, but I said this earlier this week, it's been a super hectic week for me, and I just, you know, I'm shooting this video at like 3 o'clock in the morning, man. I've just had no time to think, so maybe I can catch up on some sleep tomorrow. I don't have any major plans other than try to catch up on some chores around the studio and hopefully at the house. So all right, so Panama is an E, okay? Now Eddie liked to use suspended chords like a sus4 chords and sus2 chords. And if you don't know what a sus4 chord is, it sounds like this. A major chord sounds like this, and a sus2 sounds like this. Okay? So Eddie liked to use inversions of major chords and play segments, parts of chords, sometimes not really the full chord, just parts of it. And he really dabbled with 1, 4, 5 progressions and sus4 and sus2 chords. And this Panama is a good example of that. Okay, so we're going to take this E major chord. We're going to then make it an E sus4 chord. Then we're going to make it a B. Okay, and then we're going to go. We're going to do the same thing with D sus4 into an A. Okay, so I'm going to play this for you so you can hear it put into practice, you know, so you can hear what it sounds like. Not that you don't know what it sounds like, but I'm going to demonstrate it for you. But so we're looking at this chord, E sus4, B, E, and then the next 3 chords are D sus4, A. Okay, that's the very beginning. So it's going to sound like this. All right, so what he did is and we're chugging on this low E. So it goes. Once again. So slowly I'm going to turn back on my vine. I'm going to roll back a little bit and play it for you slowly. Then we're going to go. What I did there was I make kind of a C shape with my hand. This is just my technique. And I hit the D and the G string. I can just really dig into it when I'm holding this hand like this. I'm covering the E and the A and the B and the E. Sometimes you can just do the G. Then repeat. Then Eddie's pick slides are wonderful. So to get this pick slide to sound like the record, what I do is I start, a lot of guys will go like that and just go, but what I find works best for Ed's pick slides, first of all, using a thin pick. I'm using a medium pick. I like mediums, but a thin pick actually makes a really nice scrape, and that's what Eddie used in the early years. But if you start down here and go, you go like that, okay? So after you go, so from that beginning, it's kind of like I go faster at the where the tremolo is and then slow down. It's really nice. It kind of goes whew. Then we're going to hit this C sharp minor, which is this chord. All right. Now I've played this part probably 2 or 3 different ways over the last 40 years, okay, since I learned it. But the way I'm playing it now, every time I listen to Van Halen records, I go, maybe he played it this way, maybe he played it that way, and I'm always kind of improving, I think, and modifying the way I do stuff. But I go like this. I like the way that it sounds when you go to this B. Sometimes it sounds like he goes. Where you lift up your middle finger in the C sharp minor chord. Then you go. But the way I'm playing it now, not to digress, is it almost reminds me of Sultans of Swing. Except Sultans of Swing, I think, is in D minor. Probably for Mark's vocals. So anyway, back to Eddie. We're in the weeds, man. I always go in the weeds on these Van Halen videos, and everyone's like, shut up, you talk too much, man. Just teach the damn guitar. This is my channel. I'm going to do what I want to do, man. Not to be an asshole, but we're just having fun. All right, so this part, back to the C sharp minor. I'm in the weeds. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So what I did there was C sharp minor, and then pick on this C sharp on the 4th fret on the A string. And then go. I take my index finger and play the B. It's like a B chord, but I'm playing on the 4th fret, on the middle, on the D, G, and B string. I'm going to hammer on to the. That's the E chord, believe it or not. It's also a C sharp minor 7. So I'm going sliding down to this A. So slowly again. sounds like Ed grabs this B like that. That's how I'm doing it now. I used to go like on the G sharp, sometimes the C sharp right here. I think it's this. I think the B sounds the best. Okay, so what I'm doing is then repeat. Okay, then go. It's A to a B. And then this part goes. So what I'm doing there is I'm taking a B. It's a B sus4, which we talked about earlier. So I'm going to go. That's the first two passes. And I'm only going to go 2 notes like that. And I'm going to hit harmonics on the 5th fret on the high E string. Got to hit it right over the fret wire. And I'm going to hit the 4th fret wire on the B and the G string. Then end it on that G. Ed once said in an interview that he liked his guitar to always sound like it was on the verge of blowing up or you know, disintegrating, and that's what that reminds me of. Sounds like, you know, the guitar's just going crazy. So from that C sharp minor part, cool. Now I said I was just going to show you the intro to this song, but really the rest of this song is pretty simple. It's E, A, D, then G, G to an A, back to an E. The verses, it goes, jump back, what's that sound? A to a D, back to E. Then the pre is F sharp minor, arpeggiated. Then C sharp minor. And I'm going to lift up my middle finger here. Then this riff goes. Then back to. So what I did was A, D, B flat, A. So that's a C, G sharp, G, F sharp, E, B. So altogether, that part sounds like this. It's tricky. You got to get that rhythm right for that little riff in the end. Okay, cool. So let's go into Hop for Teacher. We're going to learn Hop for Teacher now. So we'll do a little quick video on this, a little quick lesson. This is an A, and there's some crazy finger tapping in this. And if you're not used to tapping, it's going to really kill this hand. This hand has a big stretch. So it's very linear. What I mean by this is these patterns are going to be in the very beginning. On the A, D, and the G string are going to be the same patterns. As it progresses, they play the pattern fewer times, and I'll explain. So the main thing you got to get down on this song really is the stretching, and also the being able to pull off. When I first learned this song way back in freshman year in college, man, it took me a few years. I didn't learn this when it first came out. I was not even playing guitar when this came out, but it took me a long time to be able to get this down. I still struggle with it. So what I'm talking about is this. It goes. So we're doing a 4-note arpeggio of an A minor chord on the A string. So it's, now you got to remember these frets. It's going to be open 3, 7, 12. All right, and then it's going to be open 5, 9, 12. So, all right, the next string's going to be the same thing. Then the G string's the same thing. Okay? But what he does is he'll go up like this, then pull off, then open up. So what I'm doing is I'm going to start I'm going to start it with this finger. I'm going to put my index finger on my right hand on the 12th fret and start the string. Give it momentum, and then hammer on, then hammer on, then hammer on. And I'm going to let the string go, but I'm going to kind of give it a flick and then pull off and then pull off. When you pull off on a string, you're kind of when you learn how to do it and you get better at it, you wind up pulling the string with your finger. That way it'll give the string momentum going into the next note. So this open 3, 7, 12, it goes. So I would recommend trying to get this stretch down so it feels somewhat comfortable. It probably never will, because it's just pretty crazy, but try to get that clean and then speed it up so it sounds like this. Then you're going to move this left hand up 2 frets. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end with my pinky at the end of that phrase, so it's going to start off. Actually, it doesn't do that there. It's going to go to the next string. So I failed to remember that. So the first string, it goes straight up, open 3, 7, 12, open 5, 9, 12. Then the D string is going to go open 3, 7, 12, open 5, 9, 12. And then it's going to end with a pinky on the 9th fret. So altogether it sounds like. Then the G string, it does the same thing, but half as many times on each phrase. So it goes. So it's going to do it twice, then go up twice, then once, and fall back down to the pinky, okay? So slowly. My hand is already starting to hurt, man. It's killing me. Let me play it up to speed. Hopefully I won't get a copyright strike on this. All right, so that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. All right, then there's this lick. So what that is you're gonna do this linear pattern, which is gonna be this pointer finger is always gonna hit the 12th fret. All right, and then this hand's gonna go 5, 7, 8. So it's gonna wind up. It's gonna start off like that. So this is the only string this does it on. So much like this lick that I showed you in the beginning, you're going to start by plucking this 12th fret, like, so you can get the momentum going. So he's going to repeat, well, let me say it this way, all the way down it's going to go. And if you can get this one, I can never seem to get that one clean for whatever reason, so I've just given up. So the lick, a little bit faster, goes. I just kind of slide down, you know, because it doesn't really matter. It's the feel that matters. You got to land on time on that A. We're going to land on this for right now. So once again, slowly it goes. All right, if you notice, I do that descending thing twice on the high E. Once I wind up into it, so it's fast, it's one of my former guitar teachers, Stan Lassiter in Nashville. I took lessons from Stan for a few years in the early 2000s just to rejuvenate myself and find myself again. He told me once that playing slow is much harder than playing fast, and it's so true, man. Trying to do this stuff slow is crazy. Every time I come to that realization, I think, Stan, you were right. Stan is a Tai Chi master, and Tai Chi is everything slow, really like methodical and slow, and that's what he masters in, and so he applies all those theories to guitar. It's a trip. Slowly again. So hard to do slow. All right, the next part, when you hit this A, an A major is also an F sharp minor, but if you put the F sharp with your thumb on this and play this A, you got an F sharp minor. So after he comes out of this, you're gonna go. So what I did was I went A, then F sharp with my thumb. Then take your index finger. This next part's all index finger. Go 5, 4, and then open. I went open to an A, and that's a 1 to a 2. So it goes. You got to get that shuffle, the swing, man. Eddie was so good at that. Then this one is 10, 7, 4, 1 to 2. So once again. It's like a horn section. You can really hear Ed's influence that is, well, the influence that his dad had on him, because he these are like big band horn parts. Think of it if Hot for Teacher had a brass section on it when it was recorded. That'd be kind of cool. Someone should remaster 1984 again, but add some brass parts, to some stabs to the song. All right, so then it's going to go 5/4, open, back to an A, then an E, A. So it ends with E, 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 A. All right, so once we go out of this, all right, one more time. Then we're going to turn our volume down to get this. And that's, I'm going to show you that part, and that's where we'll end it. This is kind of like a Lagrange. All right, I swear Eddie was a Billy Gibbons fan, a ZZ Top fan. So many of his licks are like ZZ Top. So I'm going to play this is an A5 chord. And I'm not going to play with my pick here. I'm going to just play with my thumb and my index finger and my ring finger. I'm going to claw these 3 notes. I'm going to take my pinky and put it on the 5th fret on the G string and pull up. This is a C. See, this is a C. It's a C. If I make it a C sharp, it's a major chord. But Ed's pulling it up about 1/4 step. He's kind of toying around with major minor. And that's that rhythm. Then go. I'm hitting this low A with my thumb. I'm going, which is 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to play the 5th fret on the D and the G string. I'm going to pluck it with my index finger or my middle finger. Then slide down 8, 7, much like a horn part. You can't play it with a pick, but it sounds a little off. It goes. Now when the song kicks in where it's really heavy, when it kicks in, he's kind of going. Instead of the quiet parts where he reserves it to this chord. Just sounds better with your fingers. And then it's like Mean Street. All the same DNA, man. It's Edward. You can slide into it when the heavy part's going. what I did was, instead of going, I'm going sliding from the 3rd up to the 7th, then playing the C, then all right, well, there's Hot for Teacher and Panama. Quick lesson for today, some Eddie Van Halen to put a smile on your face and get your fingers flying. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.